qualify the key challenges that banks have setting up a proper risk appetite framework?
I think there are two dimensions to it. I think first, banks need to make sure it's properly aligned to strategy, but also shaped strategy, and it has a very strong conceptual framework, one which is consistent and can be communicated clearly. And then I think the next aspect of it is to really embed it into the business, to make sure that they understand what it entails and why it's important to them. But I think the embedding is the real challenge.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the embedding. And I mean, have you experienced the different situations across different business units? How is it linked to the, I would say, to the presence of a strong culture within the organization? What the link with the culture? I think a strong risk
culture is very important. I think the key thing is that everyone within the business is a risk manager, whether you're in the risk function or whether you're leading the business. And I think we find that once people realize that, and in this environment that is even more so the case, it becomes a lot easier to get a risk appetite statement, bought into and embedded. But it is coming down to that aspect of risk culture. We all must own and manage risk within the organization.
No, that's an important point. And what about the board of directors? Do you have the feeling that within the industry in general, board members are quite eager to learn about risk appetite or be in a better control of those concepts?
Definitely.
Yes.
Most definitely. And I would say it's even stronger than eager to learn. I think good boards, and my experience of it is that they actually want to lead on risk appetite, so that they don't just play a passive role around risk appetite. They're thinking about it, they're challenging the executive to make sure that they're thinking about it properly. They're challenging the executive to see that they're properly doing stress analysis. So I think one of the heartening developments in the last couple of years is actually seeing boards leading strategically around risk appetite and shaping it in a much more informed way.
Okay, that's quite good. And Hugo Basinger talked about the importance of also reflecting risk appetite of investors into the risk appetite framework. What's your personal view on that?
I think so, and I think that is reflected, and any good risk appetite statement, any strong risk appetite statement would do that. It would be reflected around your return on equity above your cost of equity, your economic profit. It will be reflected in your target ratings against which you benchmark your debt and your economic capital, calibration. I think it really is critical to have that on board, that you're not just thinking internally, but externally. Yeah. That is a very important point.
Okay. Thank you, Alan. That's good.